And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with real rides, with views and vibes. Who's views and who's vibes? I forget.
You already know, I'm vibes.
Oh, you're vibes. I'm the view. I look like a snack. And I'm always snacking on something.
Always. That's a fact.
Always snacking on something. So we was talking about, what we going to talk about today to you people, man. I think you came across something that maybe you want to share with
I did.
the people.
I did. So I came across a quote, and it really resonated with me, and I thought it was a good topic or something good to just talk about. So the quote said, "Turn your mess into a message," and I was like, wow, like that couldn't be any more realer, especially with just like the year that we came off of and everything that we've gone through, and just in general. I think that quote is super impactful.
Absolutely. I think 2017 for us was a pretty good year, and then 2018 was an eye-opener. It was a terrible year where we lost some friends. GCs didn't fulfill what they promised they were going to do.
I mean, in a nutshell, it was a mess.
Yeah, it was pretty much a mess.
Right? Everything. Like,
Everything,
it was just all over the place, and we were left with a mess. And we could have easily just thrown in the towel and been like, whatever, like, can't do this, won't do this, but I don't think quitting is in either of our DNAs. So
you have to keep in mind that her and I did not go to school for real estate. Her and I did not go. We knew about it and we knew the basics of it, but when it comes to doing the work, the general contract, what general contractor is supposed to do,
that's something we have to learn.
We don't know those things, so we had to learn on our own. Where I gave a general contractor too many properties. That's one thing you don't want to do, is give too much work, because they're just going to have, there's some guys that don't have the manpower for that, and they won't flat out tell you that they don't have the manpower, and then you trust in this individual or this company, and they kind of let you down. And we had, I think at the time, 4 properties where I seen that work was slowing down, things weren't adding up. I'll pay for a new kitchen and the kitchen is not installed. So now I have 4 properties. I had to let that GC go. Now I have 4 properties that I have to figure out on our own.
I mean, from scratch. It was just like, make a list, figure it out.
Yep.
And it was just kind of like, we were just thrown in there. And I guess there's really no better way to learn than to be put in a situation like that. And then when you're in a situation like that, you have 2 options. You either figure it out and get it done, no matter what, or you throw in the towel.
Oh.
And that's it.
I think that's just not in our DNA to just give up. And to go back to your quote, turn your mess into a message. And my message is, don't give up. Hang in there. You're not always gonna win in every, especially in real estate. You're not always gonna win in every property. But it was a lesson. Now I know about certain things. Now I know about plumbing. Now I know a little bit about, electric. Now I know about HVAC, and foundations and roofing and all that. So French drains and
what it takes and the time that goes into it.
And what it costs.
And what it costs, and finding the right people and managing people, and just having the right people at hand. And that's so important. And so through, I would say, our mess, we're able to share this message with you guys, and able to kind of talk about everything that we've been through, maybe to help others, if they're trying to do the real estate or flipping houses or, design or whatever it it is. I mean, that could really go with anything that you're doing in life, anything that you set out to do. It's not always probably going to go 100% how you thought it was. And it really helps when you have someone by your side that believes in your vision. And luckily we're on the same page with that. So if it wasn't probably for having each other's back through this whole mess, then we probably wouldn't have gotten through it.
Yeah, man, there was nights where it was sleepless nights. Remember, we was dealing with a permit issue where, you know, the permit was going to expire, and we was on the time crunch, and, you know, we had a plumber at the house at 8, 9 o'clock at night.
And we stayed there until almost midnight, trying to get it done, turned around, came home, let the dogs out, maybe slept for an hour just to wake up, go back to the property and make sure we were there for when the city came to inspect the house.
Yeah, it's, I've been blessed to say that, you know, out of those 4 properties, we ended up getting 2 off our hands. I'm thankful and grateful for that learning experience. And, you know, we about to tackle 1 more within a couple more days. We got another one that, you know, that's not far away as well. So it's been truly a blessing, man. And I think it's a blessing in disguise that happened to us. We wouldn't know the things that we know about real estate, you know, about general contracting.
Yeah, it was definitely like a crash course.
For sure.
But we figured it out, and we're so much better because of it. And again, that just brings us right back around to that quote and why I feel it's so powerful, because it was a huge mess. It was a year of a mess, and now we can talk about it. We have a message. We have, you know, we can make a positive spin on it from something that could look to anyone like a really negative thing. So that's the good thing for us. You know, I'm all about the vibes.
And I'm all about the views. Just I can imagine if one of us had to go through all that by ourselves.
I don't think we would have made it.
Yeah, we definitely would have made it, man. It's definitely
we're both hard. Really strong, but we're definitely stronger together.
I think we're being very humble about the process of how we were left with 4 properties in the mess of figuring it out on what was what. But man, those were tough days, man.
Yeah, a lot of stress, a lot of headaches, a lot of just...
And water was our enemy.
And a lot of grinding. Yeah,
water was our enemy.
I don't want to see water anymore.
Leaks on the roof. Leaks from the HVAC not being insulated, the pipes not being insulated, from HVAC not having a safety switch.
I mean,
on the HVAC pan.
I mean, we could really go on and on and on and on and on with the stories that we have from the properties that we face.
But what's crazy is that in the midst of all this, we end up finding another contractor, and that contractor was worse than the first one.
But if you're in real estate and you're in the flipping business, then you do understand that there's budgets. And so when you're running into stuff like this, that's a really big part of the stress and of the headache, is because, you know, now at this point we're paid 1 general contractor, then we're paying a 2nd general contractor, and then basically we're left being our own general contractors, because you can't afford to keep giving people money and things not getting done, or not getting done the right way.
Right. If you're gonna have to pay a little bit extra, I recommend
Pay the extra.
I recommend it. Cutting corners is not the way to go.
Definitely not.
Like I've always said, you get what you pay for. So it's been a learning experience. It's been fun, but.
And if any of you guys have any questions, or you want to reach out to Charlie or
CV
myself,
Believe at CV Believe at Views and Vibes Design.
All right, guys, we'll do it again.